Hello, sixth graders. Today we're going to be working with reading and writing large numbers. I'm pretty excited about today's lesson because we're not working with graphs anymore, for one. Graphs were a lot of fun, but this is going to be a little different. Working with place value and figuring out how to write large numbers. Some of this will be review. Some of it might be a little trickier for some of you if you haven't seen it before. Let's take a look at this little chart here. We're dealing with 1, so you go 1, 10, 100. And then the next set of numbers are the thousands. You have 1,000, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. And then you're in the millions. You have 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. Then you're in the billions. 1 billion, 10 billion, 100 billion. And then we're in the trillions. 1 trillion, 10 trillion, 100 trillion. As long as you get that we're in the ones, the thousands, the millions, the billions, the trillions. If you can remember this chart today, you will be one really happy student. So what I'm trying to say is you can always refer back to this chart too in the video if you need to. Let's write the digit in each place of the numbers. So first of all, we're looking for the millions. Which number is in the millions place? Well, this is our ones. This is our thousands. Here's our million. The 3 is in the millions. Just put the number 3. 100,000s. This is 100. That 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 is right here. 7. The number, by the way, is 2 trillion 800 or 2 billion 823 million 745,916. I should have read that number first right away. I apologize. Next number, the 10 millions place. So we're looking in our millions zone is right here. This is our millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. So our 10 millions would be this 2. You always got to make sure you're in the right zone. If you're in the right zone and you realize it's the first one and then it's the tens, then it's the hundreds. We're in the billions, so this is our million zone. So our billion zone is out here. We just have 1, so the 2 is in our billions. 100 millions. Tens or thousands, and we're in the millions. This is 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. We got an 8. 10 thousands. Well, if this is our thousand zone, the 5 is our thousand. The 4 is our 10,000. It's that easy. We're going to do another one here. This time I'll actually say the number out right away. The number is 9,385,241,790. Which one is in the millions place? Well, our million zone is right here. 1 million, 10 million, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. In our millions place, we have a 5. 100,000s. So that's our thousand zone is in here. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. That's my 2. Millions, 10 millions. We need to find the 10 millions. Well, I'm in my million zone right here. 1 million, 10 million is an 8. Billions, we're all the way out here, which is a 9. 100 millions, that is our 3. Let's look. 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. 10,000s. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. So we are at the 4. I'm making this look pretty easy. Some of you might struggle with this a little bit, but as long as we understand this chart right here, we'll be golden. Next problem. We'll go through these a little faster. Here's the number. We have 6,812,507,439. Where we're in the millions, the millions is right here. We got the 2. 100,000s, so our thousand zones here. This is our 100,000s, which is the 5. 10 millions, our millions zone is right here. 10 would be this 1. Billions, that's an easy one. It's the 6. 100 millions, here's our million zone. 100 millions is this 8. 10,000s is the 0 because it's 507,000, so the 0 is in the 10,000s. Let's keep moving along. Standard form. whenever you're asked to write the following numbers in standard form, please, 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 when you get to math today, I want you to understand this. Don't tell me, Mr. Green, what's standard form again? I need you to understand what standard form is. Take some notes so you can remember it for math. Standard form means you're just writing the number out in numbers. So here we go, 430,000. Well, 430. We got to make 1,000, so let's just add some zeros. That's standard form. By the way, that is a zero. Let's move on. 170,000,065. Well, that's a fun one. Let's write this first one. 170 million. 170 million. 65. So if we're in the millions, we have to make sure that we have, because this right here would just be 170,000. So we have to make this million like this. But then we have to put a 65 in there. Where does the 65 go? It's not 65,000, it's just 65. So that means right here, we'll put a 65. Let's read that now. 170 million 65. 170 million 65. We got it. Next problem. Standard form again. 90 million. Let's write this part out. 90 million 105,000. 105,000. And then there's nothing left. Always check your work. See if it makes sense. 90 million 105,000. That's it. Standard form again. Ooh, this one's even getting bigger. This looks like fun. 9,500,243,000. Wow, wow, wow. Let's just take a look here. I'm just going to write it like this. We're in the billions. That's your millions. Here's your thousands, and those are your ones, tens, and hundreds. So we have 9,500,243,000, and there's nothing left. Double check, read it through. 9,500,243,000, nothing else. Expanded form. Here's a nice example for you. Whenever you think expanded, I want you to think of rubber band that you're pulling out and you're stretching. So pretty much you're taking this number and you're going to make it longer. You're not really doing much math with it. You're just making it longer. So for example, I'm going to take this. So the first digit is a 3. So I'm going to go in parentheses 3 times. What place value is it in? It's in 300,000 times 100,000 plus, I've got a 2 here now, 2 times 10,000 plus 1 times 1,000. Keep in mind, kids, and some of you might make this error, all these numbers in expanded are always by 1,000. They always have the 1. The only time you have a different number is right here. Okay? Let's do another one together. I've got some more examples. Holy moly, look at that number. So we're going to take this first one. So this is our hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, and we're in the trillions. So this is how you'd write expanded notation. We're going to take this 7 times 1 trillion. Make sure I get all these numbers in here. If I don't, you kids are going to tell me I made a mistake. Make me feel bad. Just kidding, I won't feel bad. Plus 3 billion times 3 billion. Have enough zeros? That's your answer. 7 times 1 trillion plus 3 times 1 billion. Let's take a look. This one's going to be a lot of writing, so bear with me. I'll go pretty quick, okay? The first one is 2 times 1 million plus 5 times 100,000. All I'm doing is taking these place values, right? Plus 1 times 10,000 Here's the interesting one now. Pay attention. When you have a 0, you don't have to add it in there, which is really delightful. I'm going to say that again. If there's a 0, you don't have to add it in. So after this 1, I'm going straight to this 7. Plus, I'm going on the next line, kids. 7 times 100. Oh, awesome. There's another 0, so I don't have to write it down. Plus 9 times 1, because this is in the 1 place. Perfect. That is expanded form. Use extended facts to complete the following. So this is what they want you to do here. Watch close. It says 1 million equals 1,000 times what to get 1 million? This is how I'm going to teach you this because this makes sense. I want you to write 1 million out right here. We know what that looks like, right? That's 1 million. Now, when you're taking this right here, and we're going times it by 1,000 to get here, you can actually just erase 3 of these zeros because there's 3 zeros right there. So think about it, 1,000 times 1,000 would equal 1 million. Here's the next one, 1 billion. So let's write 1 billion out. This is 1 million, 1 billion. If we're multiplying it by 1,000, we can actually get rid of 3 of these zeros. So 1 million times 1,000 will equal 1 billion. Remember, these fancy little stars are actually multiplication. 1 trillion. Look at all these zeros today. Okay, that's 1 trillion. Times 1,000 equals 1 trillion. So if I take a look at these 3 zeros, if I get rid of 3 zeros here, 1 million times, ooh, I don't think I have enough. I don't have enough. This is only 1 billion. I'm sorry, kids. 1 trillion. So we're at the hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. I caught my error. Now I'm going to take 3 zeros away. So 1 billion times 1,000 equals 1 trillion. Hopefully this little technique helps you out a little bit. I think it's a nice way to do it, especially when you're multiplying by 1,000, okay? So don't get mixed up. Number word notation. We're going to take a look at the numbers to the left of the comma on this. So we have the number 48. So number word notation means you're writing some numbers and you're writing some words. So this is 48, and then you're going to tell me what place value that's in. It's in the millions. It's that easy. I'll show you another one. Take a look at this one. This one's a little trickier because you're not going to write down 257 million. That wouldn't make sense. But you're going to take these numbers to the left of the decimal, the farthest to the left of the decimal. We still have a 7 here, so watch what I do with this 7. We have 25.7 million. Okay, I'm going to give you another example, but you see how this worked? I took the 25 and I took the 0.7. I made this a 0.7 million. That's another way to write that word, that number. Here's another one. All the numbers to the left of the decimal, these right here. So we have 850 million. Right here, I just have all the numbers to the left of the decimal. So you're probably wondering, how are we going to write this one? Watch closely. 2.68. And what place is in? This is in the, it's not in the millions, it's in the billions. 2.6, that's an 8 billion. Write in standard notation. So now we're working backwards from what we just did. So watch really, really carefully. So if we're writing 44.3 billion, we're writing 44. Now pay attention, we're in the billions now. So remember what we did, comma, and then we have the 3, just like we just did with this problem right here. 2, comma, 0.68, comma 3. And we have to make sure we're in the, so that is millions. Now we're in the billions. 44 billion, 300,000, 300 million, thousands. Good, perfect. 6.5 trillion. So we're taking the 6, comma, the 5, and we get the zeros. There are so many zeros. I'm going to make an error today. So I'm here in my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. I gotta add more. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillion. I got it. Let's take a look at this next one. 0.9 million. Watch how I write this. 0, 9, because this is my millions, right? Wouldn't that be how you'd write it? 0.9 million, 0, comma, 90. But then I want you to erase this 0 because obviously you're not going to write 0, comma, 900,000. So your answer is 900,000. Let's do the same thing with this next one here. So you're going to write 0, 0, 7, 0. So that's the 100. So this is your 100 spot. That's at a 0, right? For here. 70. So your answer, you're going to get rid of this 0 then, is actually a 70. I don't know why they wrote it like this to try and confuse you, but that is how you would do it. Okay? Perfect. Doing a little bit rounding here. I know today's video got a little long, but you'll have to probably watch some of it in math too. We're going to round these things to the nearest 100. So the 100 spot is right here. This is what I want you to pay close attention to. If we're here, then you take a look at this number. You always look at the number to the right. If that's 5 or larger, you're going to round up. That is 5 or larger. But these numbers stay the same, so I'm going to keep the numbers 416. Do I want to change this to? I'm going to change it to a 3. Then I'm at zeros. 10,000s is right here. Moving here, does the 4 make a change? The 4 doesn't make a change, so my answer is 230,000s. 100,000s is right here. Does the 5 make a change? It does make a change, so the answer is 1,900,000. Last one, last problem for the day. I can't see it. We'll try to get down to it. Extend this page so we can see what's going on. I can't. Anyways, follow along with me. So I'm in the millions. That's right here. I'm going to move. That 5 will make the 6 round up, so I'm at 7 million. I know it was a lot to digest today. It's the longest video of the year so far, but there's a lot of different things to go through. So hopefully this helped a little bit. I need you to concentrate when you're working with your place value today. Each 0 does matter in today's lesson, and make sure you're in the hundreds, the thousands, the millions, the billions, and all the way up to the trillions, and then that will help you out. Good luck with your math lesson today.